Welcome to Fatherhood Fridays, a weekly segment catered to fathers, catered specifically to the male parent. This week, we are going to talk about the Deontay Wilder situation. Let's go. Deontay Wilder is a world-class athlete, heavyweight champion. I mean, he's had his ups and downs here lately in the boxing world. However, there's nothing that can be taken away from him and what he's done and given to the art of boxing. So I want to shout him out, number one, for being a world-class athlete. It's not easy to get there, and he's one of the men who has made it to the mountaintop. On his way to the top, he had a wife, he had kids, he had a family. And when he was at the height of his game, so to speak, he met a young lady by the name of, I think they said, Telly Swift. Telly Swift is this young lady's name, who he met and started seeing while he was married. He eventually went on to divorce his wife, leave his kids, and marry this new woman. And I do commend him because, like most of us men, we may not desire the woman anymore, or the woman may not desire us anymore. Either way, as a parent, that never changes. See, a woman can divorce you and not be with you anymore and go on and live her life. A man can divorce you and move on with or how he wants to move and live his life. However, you were tied to those kids forever, be it a male or female, no matter what. Those children belong to both of you collectively forever. Now, let's talk about the choice he made in, I guess he called himself upgrading in women. She's a beautiful girl. I take nothing from that. She's a very attractive woman. Got all of the anatomy, the attributes that any man would be attracted to. However, let's get into it. Around the boxing world, it's been rumored that she's a thought bop. Basically, I don't have to get into details. You can read between the lines. You know what a thought bop is, okay? She's the party girl, the fun girl. She's there for extracurricular activities, if you know what I mean. But Deontay, country behind, gonna wipe her up. Mm, mm, mm. I need a minute. You wiped her up, dog? Now you know everybody. Mm, mm, mm. In order to wipe her up, because hey, you never know. There may have been a certain love, a certain sincerity there, past beyond the looks that made him say, you know what? I love this woman. I'm gonna make this the woman who I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, my future, my wife. Even though everybody else has played with you, is cool because I don't judge. Has anyone ever heard these two words, gold digger? That's all I see. Telly Swift, gold digger. Telly Swift, gold digger. They're in the Bible, the dictionary together. They go hand in hand. She even stole $400,000 from him. Think about this for a minute. She got with a man who was married, took him from his wife and family, and put him over her son. Okay. Here's where things get fun. He's playing father to this child that isn't his. He's basically adopted this child. This Nana so good that he decided to adopt this child, put this child on his will. And guess what this child told him one day? I don't know the details of the situation. Look it up for yourself, but it was enough for me to make this video. The child, some kind of way, got into some disciplinary thing and made sure Deontay Wilder knew those famous words that every stepkid says when they get mad at the father or the mother for that matter. But it impinges with the father because you're taking care of everything with this child. You're buying food, clothes. And again, when you have the type of money that Deontay Wilder has, you're getting all the frills, the bicycles, the extras, okay? For you to tell this man, you ain't my daddy. Mm, mm, mm. Ah, whew. I like Steve Harvey, right? Steve Harvey is, a master comedian, one of the forerunners of the game. He's a stepfather, and he embraces his stepfatherhood with, we all know, Lori Harvey. However, one of the sons told him one day, uh, Steve Harvey's told the story where one of the sons, Marjorie's sons, told him, "You ain't my daddy," and Steve Harvey was like, "Well, go get his ass or that punk or whatever." However, he said something very negative about the biological father, and that's another thing that I'm sure as a stepfather, you don't feel comfortable doing that. You don't feel comfortable saying to a child, you know, negative things about their father. But when a child says something like that to you, and you know that you're providing for this child and you're taking care of this child, you've basically embraced this child as if as if it's your own. But this child will tell you that you ain't my daddy. I bring up Kevin Samuels a lot in my segments because I really did enjoy his content. He was very wise. His wisdom was beyond belief. I thank God that he was able to share with us for the time that he did share. And he shared something about animal instincts. And I think that we, as the human animal, need to pay attention to this. In the Lion Kingdom, if you watch nature videos, if you watch lions, the way they move in a pack, when a male lion is in charge of a pack, all of the kids, the children, the pups born within that clan are his. If another male lion, younger, stronger, in any way comes along and defeats that male lion, either kills him or injures or maims him to the point that he can't defend the territory anymore, the next thing that that new male lion does to take over the kingdom is to eliminate the children. I don't want to say the word, but you all can imagine what I mean when I say eliminate the children. It basically takes out all the other children because everything under this realm is going to be his bloodline. That's how important it is to maintain your own bloodline. Here's what I want to say about stepfathers. It's a thankless job. It's a thankless job. I've seen situations where fathers take care of the children all the way through high school, and then the girl, is getting married and she wants her biological father to walk her down the aisle, and they got to go pick him up off the street somewhere. These types of things happen. When a child has a biological bond with a parent, there's nothing you can ever do with that. You can't buy that. You can't afford to take the place of that. You can never take the place of a biological parent. You can't buy your way into it. You can't afford, there's no amount of love you can even give to take the place of a biological mother or father. Never. So don't try. My thing is, I'm older now, fortunately. So women I date have older children. But even when I was in the market and dating women with younger children, I have to honestly say, and it's in being broke or having money, I've been through both periods in my life. And I want to say this, I've made the choice, which was a mistake, to be a stepfather before. And I want to say this, nothing against the child, nothing against my ex, but I'll never do that again. I'll never be a step parent to a child. I would never try to father a child that is not mine. I will never do that. Mine, whatever, for all it's worth, biologically, they're mine. Biologically, I'm theirs. For whatever it is, they're my kids and I'm their father. But I will not overextend myself to try to parent a child that isn't mine, to spend money, time, resources, love, care, connections for this child to one day tell me simply, you ain't my daddy. Oof. To my fathers out there, I hope this video helped you today. Men, if you're going through changes with court or you need some help with anything, some coaching with your situation with your kids. I'm a father of 5 girls. I know how to deal with them all the way from adulthood to infancy. And I also have a lot of experience co-parenting. So if you need some help, don't hesitate to send me an inbox. Send me an email at listen2louis@gmail.com or louis.treylovesmith@gmail.com. And make sure that you tap in and let me know what's going on so that I can help you with your situation. I've been in a situation you in, and I wish I had a me when I was going through what you're going through right now. Trust me, I know somebody out there is going through what I went through. And if it isn't you, please like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you send this video to that person and have them inbox me. It's what I do, y'all. Until next time, don't be no stepdaddies, y'all. All right? And y'all be cool.